This is it. Big weekend coming up. Friday, May 24th. The sun's going to be shining. Inventories are piled up. Dealers are ready to go. And we're going to talk about that and a few other things right now. I was like, can I fit the last two things into that 3 seconds? And I was like, no.
Also, let me just say, the fact that you said the sun is shining means you must know something about Syracuse weather that you don't know about Nashville weather. Because it's going to be just rainy for 3 days.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's just bad. It's just unfortunate. You know, you want Memorial Day. You're like, the pool's opening, the sun's out. And it's like rain.
Well, I was more giving a report on what it's doing right now. But if I look at, well, let me see. I think we are going to have a good weekend. Yeah, pretty much. 83 and sunny, man. 79 and sunny. It's like, that's a perfect Memorial Day. Oh, I forgot the last day. Monday, chance of showers, 80 degrees. Yeah, we'll take it.
Oh, yeah. We get a 78% chance, 40% chance, 30% chance of
that's not too bad.
You know, it's not bad. Like Monday,
yeah, it's that volatile time of year.
We should be
it's a
fine,
volatile time,
you know,
of year, without a doubt.
We get some Florida rain. Hey, I don't know if you knew this, but yesterday we dropped the entirety of our main stage sessions from ASOTUCon on our YouTube. You can go to ASOTU, ASOTU.be, and if you missed it, or if you were there and you were like, I just couldn't even grab all the content, it's ready for you.
I watched the one that I did watch. I rewatched the Vehicles for Change car giveaway. That's the one I rewatched.
I need to watch it. I need to watch
yeah, it's good.
That was such a moment. Like
there's so much stuff.
Up so much of what we believe in right in a moment.
It really, really did. We gave away a car to a family who needed it, a single mother and her 2 kids on the floor at ASOTUCon. She was amazing. The kids were amazing. Trunk full of toys and stuff. It was like the moment. I'm like, we need to do 5 of these next year.
There's a photo of you with the kids getting some stuff in the back that the community was able to put in the back of the trunk. So thanks for like everybody just showing up and being able to do that. And like the kids' eyes are like this, and you're there, and you got like all the joy, and it's like that's why because we get excited because all that is us getting the opportunity to participate in the thing that the dealers and the industry partners and the OEMs are doing in communities all the time, every single day,
all the time. Absolutely. Sometimes it just feels good to know that you're doing meaningful work. Thinking about that. I've been thinking about meaningful work and how to tie the drudgery things that you have to do, the repetitive things, to meaning. And like most of the time it's mindset, right? Because the moments where you actually get to see the meaningful thing are few and far between, even if it comes to like cultivating people, right? People take time to develop, right? I'm thinking about that a lot, right? Because like my son Miles, 17, is like, that takes a long time, right? It took 17 years.
Absolutely.
Oh, so many good things.
I was talking to someone yesterday, and just I think in auto we see this a bit differently, and you and I see this a bit differently, but the fact that so many people like work to be off, right? And I think that so many people in auto, sometimes maybe to a fault, right? Work to work because it's a passion, but so many people, it's like, it's actually a passion, and it's actually a joy and an excitement to work and to show up to work, to be in that environment.
It's like, this is what I like to do, actually. Right.
Yes.
Like I'm doing what I like to do. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It is so great. So great. Well, if you missed last year, this is the last time we're going to show this graphic. Nathan, do we have it? It's the ASOTUCon 2025 graphic. There, he's going to find it. There it is. Coming up on the screen right now.
It's coming.
Circle the week on your calendar. Maybe we will give away 5 or 10 of those cars next year. Week of May 12th, week after Mother's Day. We have 12 through 16 up. It's not going to be that long, but like just circle the whole week because you're going to need it. So we hope you join us. We're going to be releasing more details on that soon as it develops. Speaking of things that have been developing.
Stop. Segue.
3 little words. New car inventory.
Whoa.
Edmunds reported the 2023 model year vehicles on the U.S. lots rose by 6.8% in May, with higher inventories in many 2023 cars and trucks. Memorial Day weekend is going to be an ideal time to buy a car for some shoppers, but it really does still depend on the brand. May saw an increase in the share of 2023 models. Average new vehicle incentives expected to be $2,640 in May, up 48% from what they were last year. And we're talking about incentives on 2023 models. Yep.
Whoa.
48% increase over last year. Dodge had the highest concentration of 2023 models, offering discounts averaging, get this, $6,753 on average.
10 grand off trucks is back, y'all.
Oh, it sure is. But
unbelievable.
Here's a quote from Joey Huang, president of Great Lakes Auto Group. They actually have a store here in Syracuse. Says, if you look at Honda, Toyota, and Subaru, our day supply are all under 30 still.
That's right.
We're still begging for inventory and selling more than we can get. The average new vehicle loan interest rate projected at 7.1% with special financing, like Tesla has a 0.99% on the Model Y standing out there. Most dealerships, though, do anticipate high traffic over this holiday weekend due to these promotions and some warmer weather. So we're selling, baby.
I know a bunch of marketers, and the trend this week is that, like, and I would love to, I know we have some partners out there in the community that look even more broadly across the industry, but the trend this week even is an increase almost daily in site traffic that I'm seeing on dealership websites.
Wow.
So
nice ramp
you're
up.
seeing this like slight tick up through the week, which means you're going to see, and in most areas, right? This is, it's not everywhere, but in most areas, probably a good weekend because of, like, you see the site traffic hitting before the weekend lands. And not just that, but I mean, I don't know if you, like, I don't watch a ton of TV, but what I have noticed is that over the last couple of weeks, when I do watch TV, I pretty much every time see a commercial with an incentive on the end card, right? Which is something that for a couple years we never saw, but it's like every commercial ends with an incentive end card. So, the OEMs are playing ball with how do we make Memorial Day big as well.
Yeah, I like it. When you're watching TV, you're watching sports pretty much.
That's pretty much it.
Sports. Speaking of
so you think you can dance, but
I knew I was literally going to say sports or something related to dancing. Speaking of dancing, Elon Musk has got his tap dance shoes on a little bit.
Always got his tap dance shoes on.
Elon Musk, Tesla founder, reversed his stance on U.S. tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles, now opposing the measures he once supported. He previously was in favor of tariffs, but now he's saying he's not, saying he doesn't oppose any kind of market distortion, calling them not good. The Biden administration obviously quadrupled EV tariffs to over 100%, affecting upwards of $18 billion in Chinese goods. So here's what Musk said at the Viva Technology Summit here in Paris. He said, neither Tesla nor I asked for these tariffs. I'm in favor of no tariffs. He went on to state that Tesla competes well in China without tariffs or special support. Obviously,
we'll come back to
company.
That.
Yeah, we will. Back in January, Musk warned. So this is the first half of this. Right now, he's like, I oppose tariffs. Back in January, he said, if there are no trade barriers established, they will pretty much, speaking of Chinese EV makers, demolish most other car companies in the world.
All right.
Let's unpack
I got a sneaking suspicion, Paul. I don't know about you, but if there's a bunch of tariffs in the U.S. on Chinese vehicles,
flip the script.
If there's a bunch of Chinese, politicians that get upset about that, and they're like, we can probably do without Teslas around here, just like follow the train of thought.
Yeah.
There.
What a difficult
I can't imagine
to be in. Like,
can't imagine.
I don't know how he does it, frankly. I mean,
wild.
People don't know how he does a lot of things. But realistically, what a complex issue. And, even his first comment saying like market distortions. I mean, like, look, Chinese currency manipulation or Chinese, government intervention in Chinese companies, right? There's obviously a lot of distortion going on before the tariffs even hit. Musk warning, if there are no trade barriers, they'll pretty much demolish most other car companies in the world. Maybe he wasn't weighing in on tariffs. Maybe he was just stating the truth. Right. Maybe he wasn't saying like we need to establish trade barriers, but he was just saying like, hey, if they don't, then we're done.
It's just going to happen. Yeah. And I mean, he's feeling that pressure probably in China, right?
I can't even imagine.
So he knows what their capabilities are for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, big topic. This is obviously going to be a hotly contested topic for the foreseeable future. At least the next year, we're going through an election cycle.
At least the next 6 months during the election cycle for sure. Yeah,
for sure. But I mean, even after that, this is definitely an unprecedented thing in the auto industry that ever another like a foreign automaker would be able to compete at this level. And then you layer in like even if it was combustion engines. Forget EVs for a second. Imagine all of a sudden China just made some higher quality combustion engines and wanted to flood the market with $10,000 cars, right?
Man,
it's going to make a difference. Speaking of making a difference to your sanity.
So California has passed a bill to combat speeding by requiring new cars to alert drivers when they exceed the speed limit. The bill is called SB 961, and it mandates the passive speed limiters in new cars, starting with 50% of the new cars by 2029 and 100% by 2032. Notify the driver by visual and auditory warnings whenever the speed limit is exceeded by more than 10 miles an hour. You know, I guess it's like the 5 you find, 9 you mind, 10 you're getting beeped at for a whole bunch of time. I don't know. It's like a new. It's like one of those new rhymes. It applies to passenger vehicles, including trucks and buses, but it does not require an actual physical limit to speeding. The supporters include the National Transportation Safety Board and the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. So you can better believe by the time we get, just a little bit down the road that this thing's coming to the rest of the US.
I'm really sure this will make insurance premiums. Yeah. I'm sure insurance premiums will go down as a result. No, it'll save them maybe some money. I have some experience with this technology. Back when my first business, we had a fleet of vehicles and we had, they weren't limiters, but literally they would beep when there was like unit installed in there that GPS for the vehicle before it was like built in. You had to like install a separate thing and it would beep when it got to 10 miles over. And it was like, beep, beep, beep. And you know what happened? Radios got louder. But after a while, people did start to tune them out. Maybe it's a little bit of a deterrent. A couple things. Number one, this isn't going to make cars any cheaper in a time where we're talking about affordability, more requirements and things like that. Secondly, I don't know. Don't make it a beep if you really want people to stop. Maybe make it like a baby crying.
Yeah, right.
But then you might see an uptick. You might see an uptick in road rage.
If you're going 10 over, like you're moving anyway. Like let's just be honest. 10. If it was like 3 over was the requirement, that would be nuts, right? 10 over, it's like
depends on where you are.
Depends on where you are. But still. But I can tell you the bigger piece of this one will be when I hit 10 over and my kids are like, Dad, you're doing it. Like that's just going to be barking in my back ear, right? That'll be way more annoying than the beep. I can tell you that right now.
There you go. 9 miles an hour. I'm sure we'll see what happens in California. We'll see what happens with California.
What a
just
fun
in a lot,
one.
in a lot of ways.
It's a thing that's happening. So.
It is. Hey, look, we hope you have an amazing Memorial Day weekend. Sell some cars this weekend. We know that's what we love to do. Serve some people.
Cook some burgers.
Cook some burgers. Eat some hot dogs. We'll see you next week.